Hello, I'm attorney Todd Lineve. Welcome to West Virginia Gun Law. Today I wanted to do a quick video for you on defense of others. Stick around. So I periodically present use of force seminars around the state of West Virginia, trying to share knowledge with the general public about what they can do to defend themselves in the event of a defensive encounter. And one of the questions that often comes up is about the ability to use force to protect other people besides yourself. And the simple answer is this: West Virginia law recognizes your ability to defend another person in the event that they're unable to do so for some reason. But the key consideration for the person who might step in to help is that the other person, the one you're going to assist, has to be entitled to self-defense in their own right. If you look back a little while ago, I did a video on what self-defense is here in West Virginia. And in that video, we break down the elements of a self-defense claim as recognized by our courts and talk about how each of those elements applies in a self-defense scenario. A quick recap is that our state Supreme Court recognizes 5 elements that have to be present in order for a claim of self-defense to be able to be made. First off, the defender has to be innocent, the threat has to be imminent, the defense has to be reasonable, the defense has to be proportional, and ultimately there has to be sufficient evidence of the previous 4 elements that a court can look at and consider your claim in determining whether or not you're going to be allowed to argue self-defense in your case. So I'm not going to get into the depth on all those points because we've done that in the prior video. Go back and watch that one. I'll link it in the description below. But the point is that for you to be able to act on behalf of another person, that other person has to be able to say they had all 5 elements of self-defense present on their own behalf. But again, for some reason, they were unable to act in self-defense. So what does that essentially mean? If we're out and about with, say, family or friends, and a member of our group, our party, would be attacked by some aggressor or aggressors, but for some reason is unable to protect themselves, I would have a right to step in and defend them with an appropriate level of force. I can only use the amount of force that that person would be entitled to use. Again, because that person has to be entitled to self-defense in their own right. Unless you have 100% clarity that that person is entitled to self-defense, you'd better be awfully cautious about stepping in to defend them with force, particularly with deadly force. So we do recognize the right of self-defense, but we have to be very cautious to make sure that we understand the situation that we're about to inject ourselves in and make sure that we are injecting ourselves into that situation in a lawful manner. Obviously, if we step in on the wrong side or we come to the aid of somebody who is absolutely not innocent in that interaction, we have criminal liability as well as probably civil liability for the actions that we take. I know this can be a little bit confusing, so if you've got questions on it, please drop them in the comments section on this video, and we'll try to get to any questions that you ask with an answer. And you are always welcome, as normal, to reach out to me directly through the website that's linked below. My contact information is in there, and I'm happy to field questions. I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And as well, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button and sharing this with your friends as well. Getting the video shared like that really helps us build the presence of the channel on YouTube, helps us get around the anti-2A algorithm, and is going to be beneficial to everybody who's able to understand a little bit better what the law is or how the law may apply before they find themselves in a situation where they've got to rely on the legality of their decisions. I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me here today. I look forward to seeing the next video. And until then, take care and stay safe.